Yo, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, welcome to a brand new how-to. In this video I'm going to teach you how to do the rocket manual and the switch-footed rocket manual, including all their variations, so pumping, spinning, whatever you want, you'll learn it in this video. Make sure to stay to the end of the video. I'm doing a giveaway in collaboration with my bros over at Thunder. So yeah, stay till the end of the video and you'll be in with a chance to win some goodies. I have covered this trick before, but it was a few years ago and I've wanted to redo it for a while. So here we are. And it's one of my most viewed how-tos with 33,000 views. So I know it's one that you guys want and that you guys really search for. So yeah, why not make another one with more info, with better energy and just better all around. This trick is super basic, super easy, and anyone can learn this. So even if it's your first time picking up a BMX bike or any bike, even a scooter with pegs, then you can try this and you can probably get it in a day. But don't feel bad if it takes you longer to roll it for a while. Everyone's progression is individual and don't compare yourself to anyone else. Only your progress is what matters. So if you're searching for this how-to, you probably already know that this is a super basic trick, and in fact it will probably be one of your first peg balancing tricks on one wheel. So let's get right to it. To start off, you're going to find out which foot is going to be on the peg. Doing that by just getting on the bike and trying both. Whichever foot is more comfortable to stand on, where you feel like the bike is more stable and that's the foot that you want to ride on, that's the foot that you pick. And the other foot you're going to be using as a pendulum. So yeah, again, find your most natural footing. So this is going to be your footing for most flatland tricks, unless you're going switch footed, but more about that later. So about your other leg being used as a pendulum. If your bike leans forward, if it feels like your bike is going to fall, you're going to bring your leg back. So if you're in the rocket manual position and you feel the front wheel wants to go over to the ground, you put your leg back and that should bring the front wheel back up to bring you back into the balance point. If you feel like you're falling back, then bring your leg forward by the frame, by the back wheel, and that will help you to regain your balance and keep rolling. This is a principle that with practice you won't have to think about much anymore. At the start it might feel a little bit weird because it's the first time you're doing something like this, but yeah, the more you practice it, the more it'll become like a reflex and it'll become something that you just do naturally. Once you've figured out your footing, first step to a peg wheelie or a rocket manual, whichever name you want to call it. Stand on the bike in the peg wheelie position, straighten out your arms, don't bring your arms in towards you, have your arms straight and just kick off the ground and try to find your balance. So tap, 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 stand. If you need to, tap again. Tap as many times as you want until you find the balance point. So step number 2, you're going to roll at an average speed. Just don't go too fast, but don't go too slow. Stand on the back pegs, shift your weight forward and then shift it back. Don't use your strength to bring the front wheel up. Use technique and use momentum. So by shifting your weight forward and then back, maybe from the side you see better, forward and back, you'll be able to use the weight of the bike and the weight of you rolling to bring the front wheel up into the position of the rocket manual. And by walking into it and already knowing the balance point, you'll know when to stop and when to use your leg in order to stay in that balance point and roll for as long as you want. So by using the concept of the pendulum, by your free leg acting as a pendulum to counterbalance the bike wanting to fall forward or backward, whether that's to adjust for an uneven ground or just for you learning this trick, your free leg is what keeps you in the balance point. So use it, learn how to use it, get comfortable with using it, and last step, land. So as you saw just a few seconds ago, you can jump back on the pedals, you can just lay your front wheel down and roll away, step onto the pedals, cycle away, be happy with how far you've gotten. And what really helped me with learning this trick is trying it everywhere and anywhere. Whether you're going to school, whether you're going to the shop, whether you're going to work, wherever you're rolling, just try it anywhere where it's safe to do so. And with time you'll get better and better by just getting into that position and staying in it for as long as you want, because this is a trick that you can roll for as long as you want once you get it. Of course, start off by rolling in a straight line. When you feel comfortable with rolling in a straight line, then start going into a circle. To go into a circle, you're you're going to slightly bend your outer arm, so the arm that's on the outside of the circle. And if it's your left foot which is on the peg, you're going to go clockwise. If it's your right foot that's on the peg, you're going to go counterclockwise. That's the basic principle in flatland. So yeah, bend your outside arm, kind of keep the inside arm straight but not too straight. Let's still have room for adjustment if needed, and keep pressure on the peg and still use your free leg as a pendulum to stay in that balance point. And you'll obviously lean the bike a little bit on the side of the tire instead of being on the center of the tire. So instead of being here, it'll be more on the side. To spin the rocket manual, you want to go into a tight circle. What also helps is just going into it from slow and kicking your foot around in a semicircle motion, just like you see riders do for a mega spin or for turbines. Basically like this around the bike to bring it behind your back wheel, and use that momentum to pick the bars up and stay in that position. You're going to bend your outside arm even further and hold the bars tight. You want to stay in control of the bike at all times. It looks like this. So slight circle, and when you get up into the spinning position, you'll notice how I use my foot to bring momentum out and in, to pump speed into the back wheel. And create momentum and hold that spin. So when you get up into a spinning position, bring your knee up into your chest or kind of beside the stem, beside the head tube of the bike, and you'll notice the bike will want to spin on its own once you do that. To land, just bring your foot back out and land the front wheel down, step on the pedals and roll away. And yeah, but don't worry about spinning until you get rolling really good and you're really confident at rolling this trick. Pumping is another technique that's used in flatland. It's used to create speed when your bike might be slowing down in the middle of the combo. To do this in a rocket manual, you're going to use a slight sway in motion, so side to side. You're going to use your free leg, just like in a spinning position, to go out and in to bring momentum into the back wheel and create speed out of nothing really, just your leg swinging and your bike moving side to side. It's the same kind of motion when you're just rolling on two wheels. And you're moving side to side to create speed. That's pumping on two wheels. So you're going onto one wheel, so it won't be as exaggerated. You won't need to move your wheel as much, but your free leg will help create that momentum and get more speed into that wheel and into your rolling. So there's a lot of variations of this trick. There's double-footed, one-handed, no-handed, there's spinning, there's turbines, there's mega spin, which is spinning backwards. So once you learn this trick, there's so many doors that open for you and you can continue your journey into flatland, but step by step. First you have to learn this in order to do more advanced tricks. So if you're just starting out and you see all the riders out there doing super crazy stuff, that's how they started out too. They started off by learning these tricks, by learning how to bunny hop, manual, rocket manual, hang five, So be patient. However long it takes you, but just be patient with yourself, work hard and just put in the time and you'll get any trick that you believe that you can do. And all in all, that's pretty much it for the rocket manual. So just get out there and practice it. If you've been thinking about picking up a BMX and learning some tricks, then this is a perfect trick to start with, and it will teach you some good bike control and it'll teach you how to balance on one wheel and using only one foot. So yeah, just pick up your bike and get out there. Now for the switch foot peg manual, that's a little more advanced and it's a completely different weight distribution. I wouldn't recommend learning it before the regular footed rocket manual or even further down your riding until you can do a few tricks, or even just being comfortable on your bike and being really confident on your bike, having some already developed bike control. Because you're switch footed, the weight distribution will be really weird feeling to you at the start, because the entire weight of the bike is on your side, but you're on this side. So you might think, okay, you're counterbalancing it. Your bike is like 10 kilos and you probably weigh a good bit more than that. So it's going to feel a little weird at the beginning, but any position, any trick, you're going to get used to it and you're going to get better with it the more you practice it. But because it's so different to any trick you might have tried before, always be ready to jump off and jump to your feet and let the bike go. Don't hold on to the bike while falling. Let it go. The bike might get a few scratches, but it's more important that you stay safe and you stay without cuts or bruises than your bike, you know, getting scratched up. You can always repaint it. So you're going to start off the same. Pick up the bike, get into position, keep your arms slightly bent. Your outside arm will be more straight and your inside arm will be more bent this time, rather than, you know, a regular footed peg manual where it was the opposite. So you're going to start off the same, kick yourself off and try to find the balance point. Do it as many times as you need. And you'll notice that with this trick, it's easier to go in a circle rather than a straight line. Exactly because of the reason I said, it's the weight distribution of the bike and you being on the inside of the bike and inside of the circle. So you're going to go in a slight circle to begin with. You're not going to go too tight, but you're not going to try to go in a straight line, as that will make it really difficult to first learn this trick. So next step, go in a circle. Pick up the bike using the same principle of momentum, shift your weight forward and then back to pick the front wheel up, get into position, which you already know from practicing it by walking into it, and balance. Use your free leg as a pendulum. You'll notice that your leg will be a lot more out. Your legs will be slightly more straddled than when you're in a peg wheelie. Your legs are kind of parallel. Here, they'll be more straddled. When going in a circle, make sure you hold on tight. The bar pressure will be a lot different from a regular footed rocket manual. Make sure you are comfortable with the balance point and you know the balance point well. Roll for as long as you want. This trick can also be pumped. You can learn how to pump this trick by using the same principle of doing a swaying motion and using your arms and free leg to pump speed into your back wheel and create speed out of just pumping. So roll for as long as you want, pump if you want to create more speed, or roll for longer, and that's pretty much it. Just put your front wheel down when you're ready, bring your foot in. Make sure you're aware of the bike being on the outside and you being on the inside. So when you put your front wheel down, make sure you push on the outside hand and kind of pull up on the inside hand to make sure your bike doesn't fall to the side with you. That's just something to be aware of while you're doing this trick for the first time. And again, this trick can be spun, it can be linked to different tricks, it can be linked to a regular footed rocket manual, and the regular footed rocket manual can be linked back into switch footed rocket manual. So yeah, the doors just keep on opening the more tricks you learn. That's the beautiful thing about Flatland. The possibilities are truly endless. You just have to put in the effort and learn these tricks and open up those doors. So that's pretty much it for the peg wheelie and the switch footed peg wheelie. If you can do both these tricks already, then you're pretty well on your way into the Flatland journey, and just keep on going. There's no reason to stop, and if you love it, if you have a passion for this sport and art, then truly I hope you learn as many tricks as you want. I hope that you learn all the tricks that you dream of and that you stay patient enough to learn those tricks, because patience and dedication are huge in Flatland. Make sure that you never give up. Always come back to a trick, even if you didn't get it the day before. The next day it'll feel better and you'll get it. That's how muscle memory works. Also check out my channel. I've been making how-tos for a few years now, so there's plenty out there for you to learn. So as promised, I'm doing a giveaway of Thunder Action Sports and Thunder Park Ireland to be in with a chance to win one of these t-shirts. And there's two chances, so two people will get the chance to get some goodies. You'll get a t-shirt and a bunch of stickers. Make sure to go down onto Instagram, follow Thunder Action Sports, Thunder Park Ireland, and me at Mick Flat, and take a screenshot of this video, of this moment or any moment in this video, to show me that you want to win this. So yeah, again, all the links will be down in the description, all the rules will be down in the description, and I look forward to hearing from you. So again, thank you for watching. I hope this video could help you if you're looking to get into Flatland, and like, comment, share, subscribe, and peace out. See you in the next one.